Hey there, fans of brotherly love wrestling. It is I, Vic Delicious.
Philly's own, the Mecca here.
It is the real McCoy, J.D.X. Justin D. Xavier. And
it's your man, CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your old friend RJ City.
Hey there, brotherly love wrestling. Bill Carr here.
Hey everyone, this is two-time guest Wheeler Yuta.
Two bozos from Philadelphia flapping their gums about pro wrestling this, pro wrestling that.
Which is not that unique in the grand scheme of things yet.
You are in for a treat because you're tuned in to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Philadelphia, are you ready?
No! He said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling. Are you awake? Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Yeah. So on the show this week, I do want to talk some TNA.
Okay.
Hard to Kill,
Okay.
pay-per-view from this past weekend.
All right.
Start with that because I was able to watch the entire event, and I don't know. I only want to say surprising because I thought this was going to deliver.
I'm pretty sure you said. Well, no, just surprising of people showing up.
Yes, yeah, there were surprises for sure.
They do those pretty well.
Huh?
They do those pretty well.
Oh yeah. TNA is pretty good. They do a good job with that. And I think because not a lot of people talk about them or expect a lot of things from them, so it's easy to keep surprises in TNA and Impact in the past. But the matches themselves before the surprises, the hardcore match that they had, or no DQ match, whatever the hell you want to call it, you had Tommy Dreamer dropping the title to Crazy Steve, who came back to TNA. So he is the digital media champion, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I've never understood that title.
The internet title, isn't it?
Basically, I guess that's what digital media would be. But that was a really brutal match, which you could obviously imagine with Crazy Steve and Tommy Dreamer.
Never been in a hardcore match in his life.
Oh, no, not at all. No. Rookie at those kind of matches.
Yeah. Why he's just getting into it now is beyond me.
You had Jordan Grace defeating Trinity, which I was I was kind of surprised as well.
Saw that as well. I think Royal Rumble.
I don't think so.
Why not? Triple H's got full control. He wants his peeps back. He wants the peep show. He's gonna get Christian too.
That for sure. I do not think it's happening. But I'm kind of.
Where are my peeps at?
I'm kind of glad a little bit that Jordan won. She's, like I said last week, she is
Triple H was fucking
cornerstone. There. Triple H was at TNA.
Yeah, he was at Hard to Kill.
Was he?
Yeah. It was a blurry. Let me put this out there. Let me preface this by saying it was a blurry photo. And I don't know what the source was, but I heard he was there, and this is how rumors started.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hear that or see that, but
Sasha and Bailey were there.
Bailey, yeah,
there was actually photo evidence of that.
They were there. They took a picture with Jordan Grace in the back.
Yes,
they were there.
Photo evidence of that.
Yes.
But why were they there?
To support Trinity, of course.
To bring her back.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is also how rumors start like this.
Yeah.
But
boss time, baby. Feel the glow.
Feel
the glow in the Rumble. Should get a substantial pop. Is it in Florida?
The Rumble?
Yeah.
I know it's in a stadium. Like a baseball stadium. Oh, you know what? It's in Tampa. Yes, it's in the Devil Rays Stadium. Yes,
I know it's in a building.
I said a stadium.
That can seat people.
I said a stadium, not a building. A stadium.
I know it's at a venue.
No, I believe
there will be concessions
where
there.
where the Rays play. I believe is where Rumble is.
Got cold there. Wait, they got the dome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always hit the dome there.
Yes. Yeah, they have the dome seems to have a very
Low ceiling.
Low ceiling, yes. Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about a low ceiling for wrestling, but
Launch someone up to the ceiling. Where's Kalisto having the fucking evil?
But I mean, the world title match, you had Moose versus his name is escaping me, the world fucking champion.
Alexander?
No,
it's not true.
No, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I can't think about who the name is.
TNA.
Alex Shelley, Jesus Christ, yeah, Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley. That's right. You said that last week.
Yeah,
That's how much I paid.
you think after watching the pay-per-view, I'd fucking remember who the world champion is, but that was a solid match. Moose, he always impresses me because of where he came from and how far he's come as a professional wrestler.
Nobody's doing this.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad
That's
he
pretty
won.
much all he had.
Good for him.
That was about it.
But I think the real story after the match was
Who showed up behind them?
Nick Nemeth. Yeah, he comes out and
Dolph Ziggler. Shut your mouth.
look. If he wants
He's here to show the world. He's here to show the world. Come on. He's Dolph Ziggler.
if he wants to have
If
his
he wants to
name,
be someone else, he can be someone else.
Yeah.
But he will always be Dolph Ziggler to me. Just like Paige will always be Paige. Daniel Bryan will always be Daniel Bryan. Or sometimes he'll be someone that's neither of the two.
yeah,
Depending on what day it is and how long I am able to
Daniel
talk for it.
Bryanson
Yeah.
from last week. Yeah,
Daniel Bryan. He
Edge.
will always be.
Edge will always be Edge.
Edge will always be Edge.
I'll give you, I'll give you those.
There's certain people that will always have their longevity
You're right. Yeah,
in one certain place has been. That's it.
yeah. No,
Like if R-Truth were to leave and he was Ron Killings.
he was Ron Killings before he was R-Truth.
Yes, but now he is he has lost his name.
I know. I don't even know why I tried to make
Yeah,
that work.
he's now R-Truth.
By the way, quick to
Sidetrack.
R-Truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you watch Monday Night Raw? By the way, did you see?
He's bootlegging.
He's bootlegging. But did you see when they came out
And he's peeking behind him.
No.
Wait, which part are we talking about?
I'm trying to. You stop me before I can say it. The graphic that they put up. You know, they have the footed figures. I'm telling you, I'm driving.
Live, laugh, love.
I'm driving, and
That is their slogan.
watching.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing with like. They went from like they really tried. Well, I don't know how hard, but they tried to really make them serious, and then they're just like, you know what? I've had enough of this. Put R-Truth with them. Let's make them as unserious as fucking possible. But in the meantime,
it fucking works.
it's so entertaining.
It's so entertaining.
Like you're like, oh man, well these guys are fucking done. There is not one person that can fight laughter.
No, not with
He
Truth.
breaks every single one of them.
Everybody. When his face popped up, and it's so out of place, and he's in this hooded thing, and it says "Live, Laugh, Love" underneath him.
Live, laugh, love.
Out loud, I was laughing. I happened to be waiting to get filled with salt, and I'm dying
He was
in
driving
my
a
truck.
truck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was plowing and
Someone wasn't
salting.
going to fill him with salt, you
Yeah.
sick bastards.
I was plowing and salting and watching Monday Night Raw, and it was, I mean, laughed out loud audibly. It was so fucking funny and unexpected.
Despite there being a playoff game on at that same time, I surprisingly watched a good amount of Raw.
I was actually waiting because I know we were waiting for the main event because we were interested in
Watched
Binder.
the whole main event.
Yeah.
Didn't need to change the channel.
No, not that point of the game. You didn't. But I was waiting for you to like text me something going on, which is why I texted you. Were you watching? Because I wanted to see if you were watching Monday Night Raw or watching the Eagles game. But
I was surprised. I bet you were surprised when you heard. Well, probably not.
not really. No, when I knew what the score was, I wasn't surprised that you were watching Monday Night Raw. But also, let's go back to TNA.
Yeah.
There was a couple more people that showed up. Like I said,
a couple of the peep shows. Christian showed up.
No, stop with Christian and the Peep Show. No,
The one with the peep show.
you're
gonna fucking text me later.
I'm going to.
Dude, what the hell did you say? And it's already out of my mind.
Yeah.
At this point, it's already gone. It's already into the ether.
Yeah, it's not coming back. Hopefully, I'll remember. I don't think I will. Like I said last week, AJ Francis.
9:45 every time. 9:45. Yo, what was that show title? I'm like, God damn it, dude. I was like, you're well past my window. I was like,
I'm sorry.
You're an hour and a half. An hour and a half. I can't be held responsible anymore. It's out there.
Formerly Top Dollar, of course, showed up.
He's got a good choke slam.
Does he? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
He got a good choke slam.
He does.
That boy's got a fine choke slam.
As well as, look, Dana Brooke.
No. What's her name?
Ash by
Ash by Design. Ash by
Elegance. Ash by Elegance.
What does that mean?
I have no fucking idea.
Ash. Is it a perfume gimmick? This is Ash by Elegance.
I don't know. We'll find.
I
get
get vignettes of her in a boat, like in a lake with a guy.
To me, it kind of looked like a ripoff of Tony Storm, a little bit. The way she was kind of.
She wasn't in black and white though.
She wasn't in black and white yet. But I feel like she looks unrecognizable. Did you actually see what she looked like?
She looked unrecognizable before she left. Before she got sick.
Like because
she's had so much fucking work done.
Yeah. I think she looks so much
like this. Elegant.
Yeah, I think I just don't like women when they do all this work.
They get look.
I think Dana Brooke was pretty without all the work, and
I'm sure she would appreciate that. But you know what? When you get the same thing, we said the same thing about NXT. Cora Jade. She's already started. You get into WWE, you got to get that work. You got to get that work.
There's a fucking limit. Like she does not look good.
I agree. There's a limit. She looks fake.
Yeah,
she looks like an Ash by Elegance. She could be this. This could be what it looks like.
All right. I mean, if it is good, I guess if she's happy, good for her.
She's a player.
As long as she's happy with herself. As long as she's happy with herself.
Oh, wow, I got like a like a really
yeah.
And it's relevant again.
Yeah, it is relevant again. Even though it looks like garbage, Mean Girls is relevant again.
I love that. That's my new thing.
New thing, stolen gimmick, but new thing.
My new thing. He can have this is recycled. This history repeats itself.
Yeah.
What was then is now.
Always. But all in all, a very, very good pay-per-view. A lot of surprises. The future of TNA.
Looking good.
Looking very good. A lot of talent.
Ace Austin put on some size.
Yeah. Ace Austin definitely did. You look at tag team champions, him and Chris Bay.
That's a good. I think I said this from the last TV taping I went to. No, I think it was TNA, but you didn't go with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said then, and I stick by what I said. I'm not going back on this. Chris Bay sold me off because I wasn't overly a huge fan. I didn't see a huge amount of work. I didn't have but it was like
small sample size.
Yeah, it was a small sample size, but it's like, and he won me over that night. The way he plays to the crowd, he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that gets it. Now, if he works his way out of TNA and goes somewhere else, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but he's always been solid in the ring, obviously.
Yeah, but he's the whole McGiven, the Bull Club isn't really the Bull Club anymore.
Yeah.
And we're not even two that can actually say that. Because we haven't watched it from.
Well, it's not what it was.
No, it's not what it was.
What I mean?
That's when we started watching it. Like it wasn't what it was.
Look, that was the most popular version of the Bull Club there ever was. Is when we were watching it. Period. I mean, the numbers don't lie. The merch that they sold, they were the most popular faction in wrestling. Period. At that point, with Cody, the Bucks, Hangman, Kenny, and Marty. That was the that and then of course they had Girls of Destiny too.
Yeah. Well, that was the other part.
Yeah.
That's when the split,
the fracture.
Yeah.
But like that part of the storyline, I
think Tama Tonga is leaving New Japan.
Yeah, because he wants to be home with his family more in the States. Which, what if Tama Tonga shows up at the Rumble?
I'd be okay with that.
I would too.
I was upset that Fatu that I saw at New Japan. Not upset, but upset nor surprised, but he was whipping guys' ass and fucking. I was like, man, I want that whole family. I'm like,
you want all the fucking Samoans.
Yeah, all there.
Yeah.
They're all relevant.
Yeah.
They're all
you're right.
look. No one knew Solo really. I mean, he had a brief stint in what NXT, but
Mhm.
before that, he wasn't like mainstream.
No. And
You
they
can-
say that Fatu may be the most talented Samoan that we've seen.
How isn't he there yet? Because he doesn't have the quote unquote look. But neither does Solo.
Solo has started. You could see if you look at Solo in NXT.
He's trying to get WWE'd up.
You can, you see that
He's in the
when
weights.
he first
He's clanging and banging.
out, I guess when he first came out in NXT and now, he definitely
his brother.
He's lost some weight. He's gained some size. Like Solo has started to make that
Put in
transition.
the work.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I wish, and you said this last week, I wish TNA was on a more substantial cable network. And look, don't even have to be on cable network. Let me take that back. Like NWA now is going to be on the CW app, and they're going to be doing a lot of their shows straight to the CW app. Something like that would be fine. You know what I mean? A streaming app that you could get to.
Put it on Amazon Prime.
Yes, exactly. Something like that. That would be pretty cool, and it'd be huge for the company.
If they can get back to like, it's impossible. Well, if they could get back to former TNA, like and make it like really interesting, like when Aces and Eights was there and Sting and all that.
Main event Mafia.
Perk Angle,
yeah.
Something like that. Well, you could get picked up by someone. You could get. I mean, Amazon's pretty big. Netflix pretty big, but what about Hulu? Well, Hulu plays WWE.
Yeah,
they're part of that whole fucking scenario. But I don't know. TNA deserves to be somewhere better.
I agree. Yeah,
they deserve to be somewhere better for a while. Now.
Yes, yeah, for a while they have. But I mean,
they deserve to be at TBS. Honestly, somebody wants to run a fucking wrestling / entertainment.
You look what
company.
Scott D'Amore has done for that company. There's a guy who cares about it and knows what the fan wants, but knows what's good for business and how to run a business.
Resources like some others,
yeah,
he would be able to put on a fine wrestling show.
I saw a meme that said TNA is the real second wrestling company, number 2 wrestling company.
WCW is, but
no, I mean we're like right now,
currently, now,
right now, yes.
I mean, you look at the height of TNA when it was at its highest, it was better than AEW or anything AEW ever did.
No, they did what, $1.5 million to $2 million for a certain point after WCW went under, and the time frame you were talking about, they were close to $2 million at some point.
Crazy shit that
it was absolutely. And the X Division, that's the other match, the X Division title, that triple threat match that I brought up because I again, X Division was one of my favorite divisions to watch. That match was crazy.
Was Hammerstone there?
Yes, he had a singles match.
Alexander.
Yes, Josh Alexander. Yeah.
He's fucking big. He's a big dude.
There's another guy who has put on massive amount of muscle.
Yeah, but he was doing bodybuilding shows, like legit bodybuilding shows.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing. But man, that guy's big.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude, and Josh Alexander's not a small guy.
No, but
he doesn't look like it.
But up against Hammerstone, he look like it.
Yeah,
like he made him look small.
Big.
Yeah.
Big fucking dude.
So I mean, all in all, like I said,
I wish TNA was on a channel that I actually had.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I would try and watch a weekly show of that.
I would definitely would.
If they did it like an hour.
Yeah. With that talent, I feel like you should probably have.
You can get 2 hours.
Yeah.
But the problem is the type of talent, yes, but the number. No, we got fucking Dolph Ziggler, Naomi. People that'll fucking get some eyes on you.
Yeah, I think the addition of AJ Francis, Top Dollar, I think that's underrated. He's so talented that I feel like he's going to be a big part.
I guess he still gets to work indie shows too. It's just be a little bit more selective.
I think TNA is a lot like the way AEW does and lets them do a lot of back and forth. I think with Ziggler's contract, because you saw him show up in New Japan, which we talked about last week. I think he's going to be bouncing back and forth. Yeah. And then look, Ali shows up on New Japan.
Yeah, for
which is pretty
Chicago
cool.
show.
Yeah. Oh, and the show Born to Die, that is the event before Battleground WrestleMania weekend. They just signed Matt Riddle. He'll be wrestling for Battleground. The 1 o'clock show.
1 o'clock show.
Yeah. That's a pretty big get for a Battleground, to have Matt Riddle.
Spend some cash.
Yeah.
Some quiche.
Oh, look, they're going to make it back. That show, that whole day for Battleground's huge. The meet and greet at 4, from 4 to 7. You're going to get to meet a lot of different wrestlers that day. And then you have the tribute to the Extreme, which is shaping up to be a pretty damn good card, too, for Battleground.
You got the Dudleys.
Dudleys versus
you get some tables.
The Deathmatch God. Not Bubba Ray. The other Deathmatch God. Onita.
Onita
and a mystery partner. Yes. That is going to shock the world, apparently. Is going to be Onita's mystery partner. That's going to be... I can't wait. I can't wait for that event.
Who's got an electric...
No. Don't even go there. No.
They emphasized the word shock, though.
No, they did it.
Oh,
no.
Okay. I did that?
No, you did that.
Oh,
that was all you.
My bad.
Speaking of shock, The Rock has signed a WWE deal. Further fueling the talk into WrestleMania. And not only that, after seeing that, I also saw that Roman is not going to be wrestling
at the Chamber.
At the Chamber. No, he's you're right.
He's not going to wrestle the Chamber. He's wrestling obviously at fucking Rumble.
Yeah.
If there was any fucking time to take the belt off him, it's Royal Rumble.
Yeah. It's
how the fuck's Rock getting in there? How's Rock? Is he coming out in the Rumble and winning the Rumble?
God, I fucking hope not. I love The Rock, but
he doesn't need to. We don't need this again.
No, he needs to screw over Roman. That's what he needs to do.
Screw over Roman, have him lose the belt.
Look, we talked about end of the show last week. We talked about the scenarios that leading into Mania with The Rock, or with Roman at the title.
Him, Roman, no title.
Yes.
Him, Roman, no title.
Cody's story does not involve Roman Reigns. It involves that title.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
I'm kind of disappointed, man. I'm kind of disappointed.
About what?
Because
what are you disappointed with? Nothing has happened yet.
I just like, to me, and it might only be me. Maybe there's fans that are thinking the way I'm thinking. I wanted Roman Cody 2 main event of Mania. I really did. And I thought I wrote it in last fucking April after he lost. Like in my head,
I looked at it daily.
That's what it was going to be. And now look.
So if it's Cody and nobody else, if it's Cody Orton, first night.
Well, if it's Cody, if they're setting up Cody Orton, it better fucking be first night. I don't want it. I don't want them to.
Where is Rock and Roman? And not to mention, you have the women's title that's going to be a main event.
Yeah.
Becky and fucking Rhea.
That intrigued me more than I thought it was going to. That promo
was great on both ends.
It was so good. They did such a good job. They absolutely made me want Becky versus Rhea at Mania. Absolutely. Which then throws a wrench in what we want Bayley to win the Rumble.
Well, you got the Chamber too.
True.
Becky going over in Australia makes sense. Someone screwing over Becky makes sense. You thinking that Becky's not going to be able to face Rhea makes sense. She's so much better when adversity's in her way.
Yeah.
That she sinks her fucking teeth into that. And
really
to be that whole fan favorite, like.
But
Becky,
is she a fan favorite against Rhea? Rhea's reached the point to where, like the Cena point where.
Am I talking about favorite? Who's going to be cheered more? I still think it's Becky.
Really? I don't know, man.
Becky's
I think we're split on Rhea, and it's the Cena sucks, let's go Cena type split. Like, I think people, even though she's a heel in a heel faction, if you want to call them a heel faction anymore.
So here's what I'm going to say. It's early.
It is early.
I say by the time, because you got to give Becky the promo time to really, like I said, sink her teeth into this feud, this storyline, this angle.
Mm-hmm.
I think she talks people into being the favorite. I think the fans.
It'll be hard. She has
no. I'm not saying.
sure.
I'm not saying she's stealing all the cheers. I still think when it goes down to the match and you have a near fall, you'll have half like oh and half cheers.
Yeah.
But I think louder pop is Becky.
Yeah,
I think that probably holds till midway through the match.
We're less than 2 weeks away from the Rumble.
Yeah.
This Saturday we are 1 week away.
Yes.
I'm just looking at the landscape of what we have going forward.
There's a lot of smoke screens.
There's a lot.
There's a lot
of mystery. There's a lot of what could happen.
Sleight of hand is in play.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of room for a swerve. There's arguably 3 people that you don't know or what the fuck's going to happen with the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you lean towards one side, but then you're like, well, what if?
Yeah.
The whole there's big what ifs. Because if The Rock shows up in the Rumble, there goes a big what if. Like, shit. So if here's the thing. When does Roman's match go on?
At Rumble?
Does it main event?
At Rumble.
Yeah.
Saying.
If it main events, there might be a title change.
I think it definitely main events because it's Roman. Roman, I don't remember him a time not.
But here's the thing, though.
With the title.
If you're going to if anything could steal the show from a Roman match, it's going to be a Royal Rumble. If they start off with the men's Rumble, and I don't mean this to be sexist in any way, shape, or form, but if they start off with the men's Rumble this year, Roman's going on last.
I think regardless, Roman's going on last. I don't think it's going to matter.
You don't think there's a question?
I don't.
All right.
I don't. I think that title on Roman for as long as it has been on Roman. And
the main focal point.
Yeah, I think Roman goes on last regardless, as big as the Rumble is. There's been past years where they've done it here and there. Anyway, Roman is one to where, yes, he will trump the Rumble regardless of surprises and
well, even if especially if there's a Rock surprise.
Yes.
Rock comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for the women's, we've already said Bayley.
Michael Cole's going to be going absolutely fucking ape this whole pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of glad.
Michael Cole, he's underrated as one of the greatest of all time.
I think he's getting there. I think people are recognizing it more and more.
He's still not in the same conversation, I think, with most with Jim Ross.
Yeah, no, he's not in that conversation yet. I agree.
But he should be.
He should be, absolutely.
He adds a lot. A hell of a lot.
When he's invested, and it's a lot, it's not like he's here and there. He gets, when a pay-per-view is in, I mean, he's great on commentary on regular shows as well, but he locks in at pay-per-views. I mean, look at Survivor Series when Punk came back, and you watch the video of his reaction and how happy when that pop happened, how happy he was that everyone was gotten. He was so happy, and like he's air drumming to Cult of Personality, and like he's just so into it.
Yeah.
And being that
good
far into his career, people could get jaded. You know what I mean? Like it happens.
Or forget who the fuck's wrestling.
Or forget their names or
where they are.
But
how much barbecue sauce they have on their fucking face.
Michael Cole is still enjoying what he's doing. He still has the joy and the passion for it. It's obvious. You can hear it. It comes through the television when you're watching.
Yeah.
So that in itself is fun when you're watching. I'm kind of disappointed to see the moments we're going to see in night 2 of WrestleMania to not be able to hear Michael Cole calling it as well.
But we'll be there live with a shit ton of
With
fans.
with 70.
We'll be there. We'll be in Pop Zone.
78,000. 78,000
we'll
people.
We'll be there cheering with everybody else. That might trump listening to it on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, there's so much that could happen, and the Royal Rumble being as close as it is now, and I think they said it on Brawl, like, oh, Becky said it. She was like, I want to point to the sign. And when she said that, in my head, I was like, oh my God, less than 2 weeks, we get to see the WrestleMania sign with the Liberty Bell on it and in green. And I was just like, man, now it's time. Like, now it's time to start to get excited, and the road to WrestleMania begins.
The switch has been flipped. Hey, it's time.
Yeah.
I set my clocks.
Yeah. Do you want to talk some AEW?
Man, we've been on such a good roll. I don't know if we do. I know you want to. Go ahead.
Well, look, one thing about AEW coming up that we can look forward to, or dread, depending on how you want to look at it, is Sting's last match. Your favorite wrestler of all time,
yeah, doing it dirty,
is having his final match, and it's what it looks like. It's going to be a tag match. And it's going to be Sting and Darby against the Young Bucks.
What the fuck is Sting going to do in there with the Young Bucks? I mean, it's a fucking spot fest. What the hell is he going to do?
He's going to play his hits. He's going to do the Stinger Splash. He's going to... No, that's not true. Because, look, Sting, for his age, has pulled out some crazy-ass spots in AEW. Things that you did not expect Sting to pull out.
Yeah, I'll give that to you, but I wanted it to be a good farewell.
A fitting farewell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted them to do it right. I wanted to do them like the Michaels and fucking Flair.
Or the Michaels and Taker.
Or the Michaels and Taker. No, that was more of a good match.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
One of the greatest WrestleMania matches ever.
Like, I don't expect that out of Sting, like the greatest match ever.
True.
But I wanted something with some history, some story, some...
You wanted Surfer Sting back.
No, he can't. He don't want the hair pulled out.
No, he doesn't.
He just doesn't.
He doesn't.
His hair's almost gone.
He doesn't. Yeah.
He'd have to get so many plugs.
He would. He'd have to be like Hogan in what the hell is the movie where Hogan had the, or not the movie? Yeah, he filmed a movie where he had the spiked fucking blonde hair, and he did it on the one. He had it on the one Nitro. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you got Mr. Nanny, Suburban Commando, Thunder in Paradise.
Wasn't Thunder.
No Holds Bar.
It was later.
Later in life?
It was like...
Oh, it was the fucking Three Ninjas movie.
Yes, thank you. I was going to have to look it up.
Something at High Noon or some shit.
Yeah.
Montage.
Yeah, where he had all those fucking plugs. He had the spiked hair.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what Sting would have to look like.
Yeah, I love the Three Ninjas series. I did not like that one.
No, because it doesn't fucking fit.
Three Ninjas, Kick Back, Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. Over. Done. And Three Ninjas Knuckle Up was
iffy. Yeah.
But the first and the second one, good stuff.
Very good. Yes.
Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
But back to Sting.
First we feast, then we felony. Come here, you little boogers. Those guys were great.
Sting. Last match.
Yes.
Last match. Young Bucks and Darby. The funny thing is, I look at what your reaction is to this, and I immediately look back at the night we met the Young Bucks and how you were starstruck to where you couldn't even speak correctly because they asked you where we were from, and you couldn't even get the words Ben Salem out of your mouth.
It's nothing about the Young Bucks. This is nothing against the Young Bucks. This is... Maybe it is, because if they put themselves in the match, then I don't agree with it. I'm okay with...
You would rather a singles match?
I want one farewell goodbye. I want two good entrances. I want it to be... I want to feel something.
And
don't-
you don't think you're going to feel something.
Get Darby Allin out there. Put him.
If it was Sting against Darby for the last match, would that be better than the match that we think is going to happen?
Hard to say.
Would you be more intrigued, maybe, if Sting got turned on?
I don't want Sting putting over Darby Allin as his last match.
You rather him put over the Bucks?
I wouldn't rather. I want it. Here's the thing: we have two shitty options. Give me more options. Like there's more options in that fucking roster.
Plenty.
Yeah,
Plenty more options.
I would take Sting versus the Giant.
He's there.
I mean, fucking so is Kevin Sullivan. We could bring back the fucking Dungeon of Doom. Brutus is still alive, right? I mean, some of the members aren't there no more, but Brutus is still alive, right?
Beefcake's still alive.
Yeah, let Beefcake come down. What was he, the Renegade?
The Renegade.
No.
The Renegade.
No, he was the Zodiac.
Zodiac. Yeah, I was gonna say Renegade.
No, Renegade was a different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also
Zodiac.
was the Zodiac. Bring Kevin Sullivan as the Taskmaster. Get the Giant. He can come in on the monster truck that he ran over Hogan with. Yeah, there we go. I've already created a better scenario. This would at least be comical. Because like you can play a flashback of the Dungeon of Doom and then watch him come out today.
Yeah, I'm underwhelmed by it. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the Bucks standing on the stage, and then I'm like, oh.
So you felt the same way?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not the Sting fan that you are, but the career that he's had, it's just I feel like he deserves a better
farewell.
I just same thing I felt like with Taker. Although Taker has a better farewell than Sting's getting, but I mean, yeah,
took him a couple turns, but
yeah. But I mean, yeah, I think Sting deserves better. I feel like Sting fans deserve better.
Yeah, they're making another thing about bring in someone, do something.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it is what it is.
Tony Khan don't get it. He doesn't get it.
You feel like he would, though.
No, I don't. I have no faith in him whatsoever.
Wrestling historian that he is, and the fan, and when he grew up,
Japan and Ring of Honor historian that he is.
He was an ECW fan too.
I question that.
Why?
I question that.
Why?
Because.
Well, why? I don't understand why you would question it.
Because he doesn't look like a ECW fan. I think he says that to try and have him show a little credibility.
You don't think a New Japan and ROH fan has credibility?
Not with the masses. Not with the demo that he's trying to get. He's trying to secure, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this look. This is just like ECW. No, it's not. It's not. It's just not. Like, he's got nothing in his repertoire. Shows and screams. Oh yeah, I'm a big ECW fan. ECW ran a hell of a better show than fucking he did. Their numbers were fucking a shit ton better than these fucking guys, and they were barely on fucking cable TV.
And they were on like Friday or Saturday nights at like 11 o'clock, New York and Philadelphia. Like,
I just don't. I see no value, merit. Well, I see the value. The value's in the money. That's about it. I've literally seen nothing of worth in the wrestling world from Tony Khan. Nothing. Not one redeeming quality about knowledge of wrestling. He's shown that he's a complete clusterfuck and a scatter brain and whatever else you need. And his decision making is terrible. Terrible. And it took no time at all. The minute he goes out on TV, you lose everything. Like, who are you trying to cater to? You think the majority is going to sit there and be like, yeah, this is entertaining. This is what I want to watch. You'd be lucky to get 300,000 people that fucking watch that guy and be like, yeah.
Well, look, they pull in 700,000 to 800,000 people for Dynamite
I
every
feel like
week.
those numbers are fudged too.
I feel like your bias against AEW clouds your judgment.
I feel like all the numbers are fudged. Because they go off of like everything's through like streaming, DVR. Like no one watches anything fucking live anymore.
The live TV numbers show 700,000 to 800,000. Is what it is. You can find it hard to believe all you want. That comes out of every week out of the Nielsen rating system.
I feel like Tony Khan's got so much money, he's got a little Scotone in Nielsen's pocket. Anyway, I'm really trying to prove a point here. Can you fucking bump those numbers up 200?
Look, I'll give you 300,000 for Rampage and Collision because that's about what it is. That's
Rampage. I would 4 people. That shit's garbage. Rampage. They don't even care about Rampage.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then.
Sure. How many pays for Rampage? You don't fucking make no money.
AEW goes away.
Okay. Bring TNA back.
TNA's already back.
All right. Bring TNA back to the masses.
What do you think happens to wrestling if AEW goes?
Don't think anything.
Really?
Don't think anything. I think it's forgotten about in 5 years, honestly. I think no one...
You think the world of wrestling doesn't change if AEW fucking goes under?
I think the indies get a lot better. I think the indies fucking flourish.
I don't know, man. I think it hurts. I think it hurts wrestling.
I don't think it hurts viewership. I really don't. I mean, you're going to have those people that you're going to spread 700,000 people and they're going to watch wrestling that they want to watch. Still not going to be the WWE's not going to pick up any of these numbers, but you're going to keep some wrestling fans and they're going to watch wherever their favorites, quote unquote, end up. Like, I don't think, honestly, I don't get the whole rah-rah thing for the companies, and I never have. Like, we've gone over this probably in episode 200. Like, the whole cheerleaders for the companies, like, oh, yeah, I support AEW. I'm with AEW. Like, if they change their name, you're just changing it down. Can't you just be fans of like the wrestlers? Like you're not gonna you're buying an AEW t-shirt to support the company instead of the wrestlers.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's the tribalism thing that everyone talks about.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird behavior.
Yeah, but when your favorite wrestlers are on that company,
I feel like people were so anti WWE that anything could have, and they would have just been like, "Yeah, this is the best thing in the world." Like it could have been midget mud wrestling. And I think they would have been like, "Yep, I'm all in. It's my favorite fucking guy." Munchkin pukes a lot. He's in there. Suffice to say, I digress on anything AEW that comes up, and because everything that comes up, I just don't care about. Honestly, I just like every piece of news that comes up from AEW, 90% of it to me is just like,
I feel bad that a company, I don't even want to say it because it's not the company. I feel bad that Tony Khan
here's the thing,
soured you on so much wrestling.
Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like the whole, nothing to take away from the legacy that Taz has and whatnot, but the whole Hook thing, the promo, people were saying they loved it. It's so good. It was 5 out of 10 at best. It was, as the kids would say, mid. Like, I don't think it was that great. And I'm not saying I just don't think it was that good. Like he doesn't quote unquote hook me as like someone that's like, yeah, they're on the up and up. They got a great personality. They're like, I don't get it. I don't get where the popularity comes from.
Well, look, and we've said this about Darby as well.
I don't get where that comes from either.
Yeah. But
I get that more because he's just a crash test dummy, and people like to see a fucking train wreck.
yeah,
Like people love to see that. I mean, that's exactly what he is. He's a fucking crash test dummy.
I think the thing that gets me the most, like, stumps me the most, I should say, about your disdain and
It's not
lack of caring.
Yeah,
I should say
it's more
not
of
disdain, lack of
more of giving up.
yeah, lack of caring with AEW is the amount of wrestling styles that you like, the broad stroke of wrestling that you do like, that where, and I'm talking from technical wrestling to enjoying GCW to enjoying WWE to at one point enjoying New Japan, Ring of Honor.
I still enjoy those. I just have
No,
no time to watch them.
No, I know. I'm not saying you don't.
Ring of Honor is different.
I'm just
not. It's not Ring of Honor anymore.
well, no, but I'm just saying, as far as the scope of professional wrestling, you're not a very picky person. If wrestling is good,
if there's something
you
that I
like it.
enjoy, like if they're doing something I enjoy, I'm all for it.
I feel like you're still missing on a lot of good things that AEW is doing because your lack of care.
I will say that. Yes, the things that are bad outweigh the things that are good there. The things that I enjoy get squashed because when I turn the TV on and I turn it on, I'm seeing something stupid that doesn't make sense that I don't care about. Like legitimately. And I'm just like, all right, I'll play this game, I guess, and I'll switch back and forth, and I'll always end up missing
maybe the things that you do like.
Because it's not interesting enough to keep me like focused or even locked in remotely for more than a few minutes. Like, I still love Orange Cassidy. I love Bryan Danielson. No, did I do it right this time?
You did it.
Did it right this time.
Good job.
Like, Daniel, he's just Daniel Bryan. That's all there's to it. Yuta, I mean, I've never been a Mox fan.
No.
I mean, Cesaro fan, was I that big of a Cesaro fan? No. Did I think he was really good in the ring? Yes. Do I still think he's really good in the ring? Yes. But, I mean, the matches are pretty much the same. He doesn't have any, like, really intriguing storyline. I'm not saying I don't like him. Claudio. I mean, the women's division it's just not there. It's just not really that entertaining. Like, they show that they don't really care about it. So why am I supposed to be like, wow, yeah, I care about it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't even look.
You care about the talent, but
yeah,
they're not
the talent, but
they're not being
they don't
presented, yeah, the way that they deserve to be presented.
I like Adam Cole. Like, I like a lot of the people that they have. Samoa Joe, I love Samoa Joe. He's like pretty much he's just who he's been for
ever
a fucking long time.
Yeah,
he's pretty consistent.
Yeah,
but what they usually have them doing, the half-ass storylines that they're running, the fucking now all of a sudden you want to start making the record count again because it fit your narrative to try and bash WWE. Like, come on now. I don't like that's like Hook having whatever record he has, like,
yeah.
And you're gonna find out tonight the drawing power, quote unquote, it's not gonna be there. He already said it's gonna run over, so I only have to watch the last couple minutes.
You only have to tune in at 9:55.
If that.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna run over several minutes. So I can tune in at 10 and still catch what I need to catch. I don't care. Like, and this is for WWE too. The matches itself, I care less about. I care about the angle, the storyline. I mean, Royal Rumble's different because it's cool. I love the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But for the most part, matches, if they have a good storyline, cool. I'll tune into the match. I'm there for whatever happens pre-match, leading up. Matches, what it is. What happens after? I'm intrigued in that. Which way they're going to go next, and me trying to think about, oh man, this would be cool if this happened, or blah 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 blah. I don't have that in AEW. I don't have that like whole like what if, like it's been so lackadaisical. Like I don't have that whole like, oh man, this person's done. Like who the fuck are they going to go to next? Because Samoa Joe just won the title. Oh man, like who's he going to get? Hook, really? This isn't the United States. This isn't the United States Championship where Cena would call out people and like bring up and comers. That's the mid card title. Like the whole like this is the title. This is the main focal point of your company, and this is the move you're going to make. I mean, say what you will about Jinder Mahal, former champion. We already did this fucking scenario. Former champion.
Yeah.
He's in there with Seth fucking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins. This whole and then you have a cash in. You have a potential cash in to throw into the mix.
Yeah.
So it just bundles up the intrigue even more. Like AEW just doesn't have that what's next. Like their what's next isn't intriguing enough. Like the storyline going into it is kind of iffy at best. The match, I don't care. I already said I don't care about the matches.
Yeah.
I've seen enough matches to be like, these are great matches. Like I lived through the best matches, like the most exciting matches. I lived through that era, I think, because the story was there, the match was great, the ending was great. They had a bang, 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 1, 2, 3. Everything was good. AEW's whole approach at what they want to do, like the numbers matter, and we got to do tournaments and shit like that. Done. And that takes up a bulk of their TV time too when they do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the more tournaments they run, the tournaments, women's division. This is what we got.
Until the Owen Hart one comes and they have the women do the
And then they
Hart.
fall off again.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else. Everybody else in that company just falls off.
I just feel bad that you miss out on a lot of the stuff.
Don't feel bad for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I've never left you. I'll be surprised who got that one. I'll be really surprised if anybody got that one. That was a deep cut. I didn't even sing it. I said it.
I don't know. I hear how disinterested you are in AEW.
Every time you bring it up, I'm just like, it's not even gonna make me mad anymore to the point of where, like, because I've already been mad. Like I've already said my piece on that.
It's the second, regardless.
No,
it's the second most watched wrestling show.
Yes, and you're right about that. The problem is, for me, it's not geared for me. It's literally not geared for me.
And
I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna force it. Like it's not made for me.
Yeah.
But other things,
or anyone in our age bracket.
No, there is. Like, there's probably some people in our age bracket that are fine with it. That's fine. I don't care. But I know what I like, and I will gear myself towards that. And the thing is, I like almost everything else besides AEW. And I'm okay with that. I'm honestly okay with that. And the whole Sting final match thing, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that I don't like it, that I'm not okay with it, that I'm disappointed with it. I'm not surprised. That's just part of the norm with AEW. And that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I like other people excited about it. That's fine. People that grew up like me watching Sting and he was their favorite, if they're excited about it, then good for them. That's fine. I'm not. And that's just, it is what it is. And I know a couple other people that are of mine and your age range, possibly a little bit older. Not my dad.
He's definitely not a little bit older.
Yeah, I know. I would definitely throw him under the bus right away. Someone 35 years older. No, I know that because I know he had me.
I'd fucking hope so.
But anyway, no, I've talked to other people that are just like it's like I would have rather had Edge. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I agree with that. I would have rather had Edge too. I don't care if there's no history. I don't care if there's none of that. But at least I would have known what it was about to get made. Like the Bucks storylines are corny. They are. I like the Bucks. But their storylines and their angles and their promos, that's corny.
I don't know.
Edge would have made it more interesting. No, I know. I get it. I mean, it sucks because you got the funny thing is that you bring up the AEW and I still end up fucking hogging all the time about it.
I don't that I could care
I already
less.
know
That's
you
our
care.
show. That's what our show is.
Yes.
Like that does not bother me whatsoever.
What can I do to get Joe? That's basically what the show is. I'll bring up the topics. I'll do the homework. I'll get Joe started, and then I'll just sit here and fucking listen.
Yeah, exactly.
You
like
do the legwork so I can do the fucking the showmanship.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's good at this, fellas.
The thing is,
ladies and gentlemen, I mean,
I feel like I don't know.
You feel
for
bad
people that watch our show or listen to our show, however you consume our show,
absorb it.
Like I feel, I don't want.
You don't want to come off as the show that hates AEW.
I mean, look, I don't hate AEW. But like, I don't want WWE to dominate our show.
No, that's fine. Also,
either.
You know what I'll do? I'll start doing fucking homework. I'll start watching the obscure stuff.
That's fine. I'm down for that. Yeah,
and that way I can bring something of knowledge and actual like positivity to the show.
Okay.
I'll watch things like I said. I haven't gotten to my New Year's resolution yet. I got to get on the IWTV. That's part of my plan. You know what? I can find a day. I know I can where I can do this. And I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to watch some Beyond Wrestling because I've always loved Beyond Wrestling.
Yeah.
Always loved what they've done. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get into the GCW again. I think I'm past GCW.
Yeah, I think you are. I could see that. I mean, I know personally, I'm kind of past GCW.
Yeah.
Not that they don't put on great shows, but they do.
But I feel like it's kind of like that same thing. I'm looking for like a variety hour type. I wish they would bring the Masked Wrestler back. I love that fucking. That was awesome.
The Masked Wrestler concept.
That COVID area of creativity of shit that came out. There was some pretty good stuff.
There was.
I want people to go back and like actually like think about
force people to
like what wrestling was doing at that time when they couldn't run any shows and you were getting like all these cinematic fucking things and promos were like if it's gonna sound funny, but if AEW could do the promos like the wrestlers did, like the vignettes and shit that they did during COVID, like use that as your model. Because that shit was awesome.
It was.
And you got the money to back it where you can actually make like cinematic fucking promos and whatnot, just to have the right people do it.
Yeah, between what Ring of Honor was doing,
Ring of Honor was great.
What the stuff on IWTV that was coming out, the Masked Wrestler obviously being probably the number one thing in COVID wrestling.
That I remember, yeah. I think that was my favorite. Just because it was cool.
Yeah, it just, you were going off of The Masked Singer, you were going off of stuff like that.
Did we ever get to talk to Yuta about that?
We did.
Did we?
Yeah. I can't remember what episode number, but it's called The One with the Wildcat because that was his gimmick in there. We talked to him right after that.
That's right.
That was the second time he was on.
Yeah.
And that show, that was a really good show with Yuta. Like that.
That was right. That was like almost right before AEW.
Yeah. We talked with Yuta with the Table for Four, which was fucking awesome.
One of my favorite ones that we did.
But to really find out about Yuta, and you hear it every time our intro comes on, he's a 2-time guest. That show, the one with the Wildcat, is a great show to find out about Wheeler Yuta because we get through his entire upbringing, not in a boring podcast way, but just
I like how you had to say that.
shooting. Well, I mean,
listen to this, but it's not a boring podcast.
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, where did you train, and who was your favorite wrestler, and all that bullshit that we try to avoid. It just
marry, fuck, kill.
I don't know if that was in there.
That was definitely in there.
But
go back and check us.
But yeah, no, I mean, Wheeler Yuta at that episode was really good. You get to find out a lot about the Masked Wrestler and him talking about it, but a lot about Wheeler himself. But yeah, it was actually, I might go back and just listen to that because of that reason. Coming up next week, we will be the go home show before Rumble.
Yeah.
What?
Don't bring up AEW next week. It's going to be a happy show. It's the go home show for.
It will be okay.
It's going to be a happy show.
It will.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch some AEW. That's what I'm going to do when I get home.
I don't believe you.
No, I'm going to go home and I'm going to turn it on.
And then you're going to turn it off.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We will see what happens. Maybe I'll be one of the 100,000 viewers.
7. But it's 9:15 and you don't have it recorded.
That's true.
By the time you get home, well, you'll be able to get to see the end.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. You'll be just in time for the end of the meeting.
Just in time for the end of the show. And I'll be able to judge the whole show just off of that.
Oh my goodness. I wish you weren't so
me.
I wish you the wind hadn't gone out of your sails about AEW, honestly.
I need you to talk me back into it then. Not
I
right now.
can't.
Not
I
right
can't.
now.
I honestly,
You don't have to do it right now.
I
That'd be a
think
whole
we're
nother
past.
show.
Yeah, I think we're past the point of no return with AEW.
That's
with
the
you.
point of no return.
There's been a lot of music references.
That's
in the
okay,
show.
man.
There really has.
We're a entertainment business. We're not just a wrestling business.
Sure. Shout out to our buddy Black G's recovering a little bit. Had a
minor mishap.
Yeah,
major mishap.
But he's all right. And so shout out to Black G's. Get better soon, and hope to see you in the ring very soon. Other than that, I mean, we have one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year coming up.
And a lot of mystery. Evolution is a mystery.
Yes, and with speaking of 2 weeks out, 2 weeks from today's Wednesday, we will be doing our post-Rumble show with a guest and our announcement finally that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. So that is coming up after the Rumble as well. So something for our show to look forward to.
This is going to be a good show, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pre and post Rumble, good shows.
Very good.
If you're going to start anywhere, do pre and post Rumble. They're just good shows. That's what I think, personally.
Okay.
I bring my A game for pre and post.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
whatever.
Today was probably about a B minus. might have been borderline C plus.
That's only because AEW was mentioned. That's why.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, we hope
I was pretty positive up until that point.
You
in time,
were.
though. I
You
was
were.
very positive. We go back and check tape.
You were.
I did rock in high school.
You football. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching and
Stanley,
listening.
the C.
And we'll be talking to you very soon.
How soon is very soon?